You know, the funny thing about what's going on in my life is that people pity me. That's just the thing. You're privy to me, the idiot, and yet you pity me. Having it in your prerogative to do something about the situation, and yet you don't. Well, the tables are going to turn, where it is that I'm now going to be pitying you, perched on a mountaintop somewhere from another country, as God decimates you for your unregenerate disposition. Alapoloswa, South Africa, you do not know Jesus. It is literally that basic. The country would not be going to the dogs if you did know Jesus. If you had a true profession of faith, there would be war on the ground for your country. There would be a split right down the center. There would be no clear winner here in terms of how the country is doing. Look at America. There's a split down the center and a war between good and evil. It is observable in the worst way. Empirically. You can quantify it, you can put it in statistics down on paper, because there is a true church over there that's at odds with wickedness in the land. In this case, so basically, there is no clear winner. Or you see strides in one side sometimes, and then you see strides in the other side, and you root for the camp that you belong to as a Christian. You're rooting, of course, for God in the US. Well, when there is a clear winner in this country, in South Africa, of witches, witch doctors, disangoma, nonsense, a crazy government, when the ANC keeps on being a nosebleed to the country, when politics are just still very nasty, when nothing is given, when the pass marks keep plunging and plunging, and yet matriculants are still keep failing and failing, honey, there is a clear winner. And when the best of your people also just keep on getting exsanguinated out of the economy, like I say, clear winner. So if at all the clear winner here is the prince of the power of the air in this country, I apologize. I'm sorry to have to be the bearer of bad news. Halapulus, you are not saved. And I have been saying this, I don't know for how long, how many times I can highlight this as a factor and issue. South Africa, you might call yourself a Christian country, but understand you are pagan in the worst way. You're pagan like Canaan. You're pagan like Moab with Chemosh. You're pagan like the Jebusites. You're pagan like the Philistines. You're pagan like the randos hosting Goliath. Halapulus, lebaloi, and being as witchy as you are, are an affront to God. You are an affront to God. You are a laughter and a nostril of a stench up the nostrils of God. Because the clear winner here is Satani.